Hello and welcome back to the Xpert Eleven Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we managed to get a 0-0 draw in the Cup against Division 3 side Taunton Town, who we played in the league 2 seasons ago when both teams were in Division 5. And in this episode we'll be taking on the newly rebranded Malmo, who were rebranded midway through the season after a management change. The new manager since joining has signed 2 new players in Volkner Krober and a new goalkeeper in Camillo Fascino at a young age. However, he has since not shown up since. Malmo are the weakest team in this division quite easily, with no player exceeding 8 skill apart from defender Warren Kendrick. They do have some potential in some ways, with most of the defence from Sketlos to O'Connor being rather young. Meanwhile, in the midfield we got Dick Irons, who looks their most promising player there, with just 22 years old and 8 skill, but whether he will grow enough to be as good as he can be remains to be seen, especially under the circumstances that Malmo find themselves in. Unfortunately for this game, our best midfielder Spazio Qamara is out with an injury, and it may be a while before he's back. Still, this isn't the worst game that we could have lost Qamara for and reducing our midfield strength. Meanwhile, Pierre Of Hesslink is 1 yellow card away from being suspended for a match. That is pretty dangerous. Oh yeah, Curtis Horton, you can see in the bottom there. I haven't shown him previously before, but he was being promoted so that we have easily been able to sell Zubeldia later in the season should we need to get some cash, as I'm trying to sell him off as an undervalued striker. We never know what will happen though, so we'll see how the season progresses. But let's see the team news for this match. Malmo line up in a 4-4-2 formation with Dorian Little in goal, a back four Warren Kendrick, Kelsey Crampsey, Scotty O'Connor and Theodore Henderson, a midfielder Ben Bulldog, Carlton Dearden, Nelisu Isravano and Dick Irons, a front two of Horner Datsun and Herbert Bowie. Knights line up in a 4-5-1 formation with Connolly in goal, a back four of Van der Kruis, Qamara, King and Miramontes, a midfield of Kwiatkowski, Hesslink, Roma, Carlton and Hargreaves, a front load man of Zubeldia. Team shows 3 changes from the Taunton Town game, with Glenn Carlton, Pierre Of Hesslink and Pim van der Kruis all coming into the starting lineup. Both teams have a healthy starting average age, but Knights are somewhat stronger than Malmo are. Let's see how this goes down though. It's time to go live to Malmo for the match. Captains for this match are Ben Bulldog for Malmo, and for Knights of Cydonia our captain is Pim van der Kruis again, who's captaining the team at such a young age despite being the vice captain with the absence of Geo Dihor. Stellan Officer is the referee, Malmo in the white and red strip playing from left to right, Knights in the red and yellow strip playing from right to left. Once again, apologies for the lack of kits available. Pim van der Kruis is the captain at just 22 years of age, Geo Dihor is our regular captain, but Ant Connolly has become the starting goalkeeper, hence why Van der Kruis has taken the captain's armband. He will probably be the captain of the final finish team in the end. As we get this game underway, and Old Lovecraftians have taken the lead against AC Parto and Belfast City are leading against Roma Returner. This could be an interesting development. As we go 22 minutes in, and neither side has had a tremendous amount of possession so far, but we have a free kick in early stages. Pedro Miramontes straight on goal, and it's saved by Dorian Little, surprisingly considering the skill difference between Little and Miramontes, but Dorian Little had no problems picking that one out. Ball plays headed by Ledley King, and he scores! Ledley King scores his first goal for Knights of Cydonia with a header from Endir Zubalia's cross, 1-0 to Knights. As Old Lovecraftians now 2-0 up against the Parto Boca, who are performing just as poorly as they did against us last time. We're a free kick in a dangerous position. It's Miramontes again, can he score this time? Close to the crossbar! Miramontes is just not having his day from the free kick spot today, as Red FC are thrashing Colonel Getafe. So at half time it's 3 chances compared to Malmo's 0, but only 1 goal, that of Ledley King. All the chances so far from us have come from defenders, which is an interesting turn of events to say the least. Let's get the second half underway. And as the second half gets underway, we have a substitution, Eliseo Pomar on for Dick Irons, as Knights have another chance here. Powerful head on goal by Sergei Kwiatkowski, scores! 2-0 Knights! And on the balance of play so far, with Knights having all the chances, it was probably the right course of action that Knights would score again. Sergei Kivikoski's double lead. We've got a missed shot goal by Ledley King, slash into the post. So close to his second goal for the club in the same match where he scores his first. As Oldham Prussians continue to score against Pato Boca, and Colonel Getafe Paul back against Red FC. We've got a card for Malmo as Scotty O'Connor has been yellow carded for unsportsmanlike conduct. 72 minutes plays over. Next time another chance. Alvito Roma, precise header, scores again. Alvito Roma has been amazing for us this season, scoring so many goals, and this time he heads home Sergei Kivikoski's cross. And Crofts and Painter replaces Ben Bulldog. How will that affect Malmo? Because Ben Bulldog seems to have had a bit of trouble getting into this game after we marked him out. We have a free kick shooting goal by Pedro Miramontes, and this time he does find the back of the net. Malmo have completely crumbled here. The bottom side are crumbling to the side and made a surefire start to the new season, and with our 5th consecutive victory. Carlton Dearden has been slightly injured for Malmo. He'll be going off, I would bet. Skenslos, a defender, is coming on in his place. Coming towards the end of this game now, it's 4-0 tonight. And Alvito Roma steals the ball towards the goal. And he scores again! Alvito Roma scores his 2nd goal of the game for Knights of Cydonia. There was a shot in the penalty area. No, he hasn't scored. It has been disallowed. There's been clear offside. Roma wandering a bit too far beyond his opposition defenders. And that is the end of the game and the end of the match. Malmo 0, Knights of Cydonia FC 4. A completely dominant performance by us, with the top of the table side has got 15 out of 15 points, while bottom side Malmo looked doomed for relegation. It was a pretty inevitable result in the end, as Warren Kendrick is the man of the match for Malmo and Alvito Roma the man of the match for Knights for a 15-bar performance. Not much to say here. Malmo's squad was very weak and their tactics very predictable. This was only ever going to end in one way really, and that was with a victory to us. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if every team in this division beats Malmo. Despite the outstanding start made by us though, arguably our toughest away games are yet to come. We've had 3 home games so far this season and 2 away games, and both away games are coming against the bottom 2. Next week's away game against Red FC will probably tell us a bit more about this night's side. The stats don't lie, of course. We have 15 out of 15 points so far this season and a ton of goals scored to make up a big goal difference. But Oldham Craftians and Roma Returner seem likely to be pushing us all the way throughout the season. We face them in the 2 of the last 3 games of the season. I reckon it's going to be pretty close, and we will have to wait a very long time before we can secure automatic promotion if we manage to secure it. The away games against Oldham Craftians and Roma Returner will be the most telling. Now let's see the team of the week. Team of the week is Alves Crucell of Red FC, who is going to probably get the MVP award for just being a much better goalkeeper than every other goalkeeper in this division. Back for Pedro Miramontes, Knights of Cydonia FC, Pim and Kruis, Knights of Cydonia FC, Claire and Kulaj, Roma Returnia, and Ledley King, Knights of Cydonia FC. A midfield of Alvito Roma, Knights of Cydonia FC, Giles Painter, Oldham Craftians, Sergei Kivikoski, Knights of Cydonia FC, who for some reason is the captain of the X11, despite Alvito Roma being the one to get the man of the match against Malmo, and Kingsley Oaks, Oldham Craftians. And a front two of Archie Thornfellow, Oldham Craftians, and Predrag Lukovic, AC Pato Boca. A third consecutive manager of the round award means that we'll get at least 150,000 econ come the end of the season. So, after that, let's see how the standings look following the latest round of matches. Knights of Cydonia stay top of the division on 15 points with a goal difference of 16. Oldham Craftians are second on 12 points, but Belfast City beating Roma Returner has meant they have lost ground on the top 2 somewhat. Meanwhile, Red FC have hauled themselves out of the relegation zone at Pato Boca's expense after beating Colonel Getafe 6-2 in the end. We have to face them away next. Meanwhile, Malmo remain bottom of the division after their defeat to us. And that's it for this episode. In the next episode we'll be playing Taunton Town FC in the Cup. Will it be a cup set, or will Taunton Town's superior strength show up in the second leg? Find out next time.